Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Okay, okay. How do I describe what this is? Minimize that for a second. This is not this. And this certainly isn't this. These, can you tell? Good. You should be completely sorted now. This is old. This is the XD-05. And this won my like DAC shootout that I did like 3.5, 4 years ago. Like the first shootout, one of the only shootouts I did of that sort. Because it did everything I wanted, and you could use it on a desk, and it's a portable DAC amp, and you can get a Bluetooth adapter for the back of it. And this was charging thing, a device, digital ins. It was great. This is great. The XD-05 is great. Years later, the XD-05 Plus comes out. And fuck me, bro. 1 watt per channel. Still only single-ended, but a 1/4 inch. So portable with a 1/4 inch. This has remained consistent as a portable 1/4 inch little screen. They changed the way the buttons sort of worked. They added buttons to the side where this actually had 3 buttons on the side and 3 switches. And this has 3 switches and 3 buttons, but all the functionality was changed. And like 21 hours of runtime on USB, and then up to 41 hours. You went line in, and again, a replaceable, you know, Bluetooth thing went to USB-C. Oh, what a fucking monster for $260. But now, for the first time, I think, in history, a company has brought out a basic version of something and priced it accordingly. So this thing was about $200 when it stopped being sold, the original. This is still consistently $260, and it's worth every fucking penny of that. So if you're gonna bring out a basic version of this, $140. $140 is like, wait a second, that's $120 less than the Plus version. Ignoring this one because it's outdated. We're ignoring the original one. These two are still currently available and can be purchased. I haven't taken off these because they're just so comfortable, and I just love to hear myself yell through them. Looking at the Plus, which I fucking love, at the features, at the battery power, at the power, at everything. Okay, are they going to make this one a pile of shit? Well, they've downgraded the DAC chip from not chick. From the 4493 to the 4490. Okay. It goes from 1 watt per power output to 1/2 watt per power. Okay. 1/2 watt. 1/2 watt's still a lot. Okay. It goes from 21 to 41 hours to 9 hours of runnable time. All right. So duh. But it keeps... I'm going to plug that for a second. Everything else. Like everything else. In fact, it even adds some things, which is sort of like... What? So you get a glowing, and I'm sorry about the light. I apologize about that. I will be working with that crazy DMS light that he made me buy. Trying to get the situation down here a little bit less fucking like, ah! But for now, just bear with me. So, gray body, instead of black or silver, gray. We're from the orange ring lit around the volume, screen in orange, with a display button that you can turn off either the screen or the ring, or both. No, you can't put off both. Damn it! Damn it! Fuck! But I mean, neither one of those had a glowing ring. The original one, you could actually turn off the screen and then a little LED came on, and it's like, that's retarded. I don't need to see that shit. You need to see a little dot. That's dumb. This one, I don't think you were able to turn off the display at all, because it only has input, SRC, and filter. And SRC is a source upscaling. And the front was boost, bass, and gain. And now we have display, SRC, and filter. So input is no longer a button. And this is like a step backwards, back to this, where the input is the switch in the front, because this has input, bass, gain, and this had input, bass, gain. And input should never be a switch. because it's not actually flipping a switch like, oh, AB, AB. It's a digital switch. So if you, let me put the display back on. If you go from what is currently set as optical, by the way, optical or coaxial digital. So it's got this 3.5mm in on the back. I should probably take a tour of the unit before I do. But the input switch goes from optical or coaxial digital, USB in, then it takes a second, auxiliary in. Then if you want to go back, it says USB in again, and then it says optical in. But that doesn't need to be a switch. That should just be a push button. It shouldn't be a switch, it should be a push button. The back, compared to the Plus version, looks remarkably similar, except instead of having two LEDs here, one that lights up for link and one that lights up red for, I think, charging, we got one that we got lights under each individual USB-C, and then a switch to switch from either the battery power or external power. So you don't have to run off the battery. What we're looking at here is very interesting because there's another one of these coming out. The balanced version's coming out. And I don't know how much it's going to be, and I don't know if someone's going to send it to me. I'm hoping someone sends it to me. Lynn Soul sent me this. Xduoo has sent me things directly in the past. And the fact that this actually has improvements over the current model that is the Plus, like the LEDs being put under the individuals, the switch between battery and external, that's not on this. That's only to this. The ring light is only this. And yet it costs 120 less. Now, critical listening, critical, absolute, end of the day listening, they're both damn good. And for $140, $260, I was recommending this right there. Put it right there, put it on your desk, get a fiber optic or a USB or a coaxial digital, you plug it in, you set your thing, use it as a desk amp. But in the past, you had to run it off the battery, which was still, you could still charge it, but now you can literally flip the switch, and then it literally becomes a desk amp. This is the world's, I wouldn't say smallest combo DAC amp, but it's not that. I guess it would be the most interesting. It's a desk amp, like it would fit on a desk with an accessible volume knob, which by the way, you turn it all and I go click off, which we can do. And then if you wanted to, you just pick it up and you go out on the town with it. Here's the wiring it comes with, excuse me. It comes at 3 wires, I believe. USB-C to USB-C right angle, USB-C to USB-C straight, and then USB-C to normal USB-A? I never remember if it's A or B. I think it's A. So you can laptop this, or you could phone it in 2 different ways. It doesn't come with an Apple adapter. I'm not sure if it supports. If you want to go truly, the way I like to use them, the way I've been using it, in fact, the way I could just do this, do that. And oh, interesting thing about the Bluetooth adapter, this has been updated as well. If you look, there's multiple holes in the old one. There's multiple holes in the new one, but the new one has a cross pattern. This will do LDAC. This does Sony's high-end 600 kilobits per second, almost lossless Bluetooth. And when you plug in these plugs, one plug is dead. It doesn't do anything. It's just there for support. This one is coaxial digital. This is coaxial. So there's no DAC in this. Well, that's still one of the best systems because that means you get to take... Oh, Jesus, shit. By the way, they even upgraded it to have USB-C instead of a USB micro. You know, wonder why Xduoo is one of my favorite companies? Yeah, that's fucking reason. So now you've strapped this on the back of it. This is like $60, I think. But it digitally sends the Bluetooth signal into this so that the DAC inside of your unit, and it's either this unit or the... There. Silver on silver. I couldn't see shit. Or the better DAC, you can attach it and it'll use the DAC internally here to decode your Bluetooth, which means it sounds really good. Because even those little tiny ones are using little tiny DACs and they're kind of good, but this is like just use the whole thing. Use the whole thing. So you can plug it in USB, you can plug it in coaxial digital, you can plug it in fiber optic, you can buy this Bluetooth backpack for it, which my phone is currently playing music off of. Hold on. And these are T60 Argons, and I know you can't buy them. I'll link them in the description. Sales are currently on hold because I reviewed it. My bad. And even on medium gain, A half a watt seems to do a lot, and that's medium gain. I do have one thing to say negative about the unit so far, and that's putting it on high gain is a large step. So now, like, banging is at like 1 o'clock, and while if you get the Bluetooth adapter, it comes with a shield. I don't have it here to show you, but there are screws here that when you get the Bluetooth adapter, it comes with a little tool and a little shield. It's because it thinks that you're taking it portable at that point, and you can cover the volume knob so that it's harder to turn accidentally in your pocket. I don't put that on because I'm not a bitch. And if I want to accidentally go deaf, you can. I would highly recommend you put that shield on. You highly recommend it because, oh my God, even at half the power of the Plus, half a watt is a lot. Let me get to the conclusion of this video. How does it sound? Is it as good as the Plus? No, of course not. Every single bit that they could have removed, a little bit of cost has been removed. And it should be put to the side. $120 worth, probably. The battery's been made smaller. It looks better than the Plus. It doesn't sound bad. Like, it doesn't. I don't think it beats like a BTR5, but this is also a half a watt single-ended. So you're looking at like, you have to be a certain type of person, Zeos, to take a DAC amp out in public. That takes a 1/4 inch. Now I'm a huge fan of this because you buy a 1/4 inch adapter. I think this is the one that came with the shifts. You plug that in, and then if you take your normal IEMs or headphones, you plug it into this 3.5 millimeter, and then you go smash, and you break the connector. You take this out and you throw that away and you put a new one in because you know goddamn well you're not breaking that 1/4 inch. The ultimate portable, when it comes out, you'll know I'll have a fucking party, will be a unit like this, but instead of the 1/4 inch being flush at the front, it'll be just recessed on the side. So when you plug your wire in, it goes down past the fascia and therefore doesn't stick out. And then that will be the best thing that's ever happened, ever. I can't wait to get the balance one of these. So what am I telling you to do with this? Well, if you're a psychopath and you want to go outside with 9 hours, which is, for $140, 9 hours is plenty. For $140, half a watt is plenty. $140, the look of this fucking thing is just amazing. Because they didn't cheap out on the build. It's the same build. It's barely lighter. It's just the battery being 4,000 milliamp hour, 5,000 milliamp hour. Better DAC, more power. Don't care. They priced this perfectly. If this was 200 and that was 240, or 260 and 200, 140? You are fucking dumb if you do not purchase this for your desk as a, hey Zeos, I got headphones and I always got a bass boost too and a gain switch. We'll get to all these things. The price is blowing my mind. That's why Asuka is here. It's easy mode choice, obviously. I mean, obviously I'm a Marie sort of guy, but that's the obvious choice. This is the obvious choice. $140 you could throw away. Some people could throw that away. But you could throw it away in a gamble and be like, huh, Zio said this is decent. It comes with, I don't have them here. It's in the box somewhere. Again, excuse the bright lights. Let me see if they're still in here. Because it's dumb. I don't know why they do this, but they give you rubber feet for it, but not 4. They give you 10 rubber feet for it. 10. That many rubber feet, like a centipede. They give you this cable also. They do give you this cable. I just took it out of the other Xduoo thing. Okay. Here's your little adapter. They actually give you the screws for the front plate. They give you an adapter to go from the... Look at this bright orange. They got the red knob. You bitch. You bitch. They put a red knob on it. I'm fucking sold. I'm fucking sold. XP2 Pro and this is just looks-wise is sold me. They give you everything you need and a little like rubbery condom thing to put behind your phone. Like your please do not, please, by all means, do not strap this to the back of your phone. Don't be that guy. Spend the extra money, buy the Bluetooth adapter. It even has next track, last track on the Bluetooth adapter. This is the 5BL Pro. It's back to the switches in front, which apparently I fucking missed until like 19 minutes into the fucking video. 1/4 inch output. Input switch, which I complained about. Try to keep the screen clean. Bass boost. It's a rather heavy bass boost, which did two things when I just said that. I'd say 30% of people watching this video were just they don't care. 30% of the people, however, also just went, oh fuck, I'm buying it, heavy bass boost. And another 30%, well, now I can't buy it, it's got a heavy bass boost. It's there, like it's there. Like I did not need them on these, but I decided to turn it on because it was like, and then, ooh. And then finally a 3-way gain switch, so low, medium, and high. Now low and medium are real close, like real close. Like real close. I was running it on medium and I'm like that, but then I'm like real towards the top, and then I switched it to high and I'm like, oh. So your display, obviously I showed you what that does. SRC is basically an upscaling. It says 44.1, 48, 96, 192. It'll use a little more power if you do an upscale. Whether I can hear a difference, my heart tells me upscaling to 192 sounds better. But I don't trust my fucking heart. I trust my brain and my ears. So also there's filter settings, which as we always know, PCM 1, 2, 3, and 4, I hear zero difference. None. I don't know why there's these two buttons could almost be disappeared and I would have no less good things to say about this unit. So I didn't put a sticker on it yet, by the way. I put custom stickers that I've had around. County Com. This is from Cull, like the sweat wear, like the cold weather wear. So I got to put a sticker on this now. Yeah, I just... Why not buy this for your desk? The 10 feet. Just put 10 feet. And just, this would be, if you are a minimalist on your computer desk, and I've seen plenty of computer setups where they want like the keyboard without like enter keys or escape, nothing, no F keys, nothing. It's like looks like a numpad. That's their minimalist keyboard. And they get one of those like touchpad Mac mice that just sits there with no mouse pad. They have nothing on their desk, but you need to plug in headphones or something that's, there you go. The basic. You run a gentle fiber optic to it. And I love how the front will go from coaxial. It'll say coaxial, and you plug it in, and then it says optical, and then it just starts playing. You're on a gentle fiber. You don't even have to have power. You can run it for 9 hours at a time and then charge it in a drawer while you're sleeping. Which, by the way, I've charged this thing. I got it. I charged it full. I used it for a couple hours. I shut it off. I charged it full a couple days ago. 9 hours is a fucking long time. 9 hours charged, so I ran at 4, then I charged it again. It's like 12 hours, and I'm still in like 3 out of 5 bars. So yes, this absolutely lasts longer. But it's more powerful also. And really, if I'm using that a lot of power, so it doesn't, I'll put that over there. This is an absurdly instant buy at $140. That's not even, doesn't even make sense. Doesn't make sense not to buy this. They priced it perfectly. It sounds, I'm trying to like, the problem with saying how it sounds is I'm going to have to compare it against $100 amps. Atom amp. Liquid Spark. We got, it's right around the same price as the Geshelli Arcal 2 Pro 2.5. And all three of those are probably better amps. Yep, they're better amps. But you know what? None of them have a DAC built in. And none of them can go portable in your pocket. And none of them have a bass boost. Well, do any of them have a bass boost? No, none of them have a bass boost. So, really, and this one looks sexier than basically all the ones I just mentioned. So really, for $140, again, why are you not buying this? I'm a first-time audiophile, Zeos. I need something good for my desk. I want to power headphones. If it's powering T60 Argons, it'll power whatever headphones you want. You leave it on low gain for super efficient stuff. You try to leave it in medium gain for like most other things. You flip the switch in the back. Don't use it on a battery. Don't use it on a battery ever. Oh, you left it running all night? Doesn't matter. It wasn't cycle charging. Just running. Just runs. It's a normal DAC amp. It's a desktop. These things have always been desktop DAC amps that just happen to be able to go out portable. That's what they are. They just have every one of them has a Bluetooth adapter. I might be obsessed with them a little bit too much. It's huge for a portable, and it's tiny for a desktop amp, and that makes it perfect. Do you agree? I agree. I mean, you can go through the specs on Linsol if you'd like. They have all of them listed here. 9 hours, 500 milliwatts, 32 ohms. Crosstalk's exactly the same, so that's helpful. Yeah. This is dumb. This is a dumb... Thank you, Xduoo, for finally grasping the concept of the word basic. It's not like a GT3 RS Porsche where they take a bunch of shit out and charge you a whole lot more. They took a bunch of shit out and chopped $120 off the price. The end. So links to that in the description, links to that in the description, links to the newer one of these. I would not bother trying to find an older one. They'll probably be cheaper, but you want that L DAC, regardless of it being the lesser DAC and the lesser, it doesn't matter. Get the better one of these. Strap it on. And then go to town. So yeah, thank you, Linsol, for sending that out. I will definitely link to your site for that. Link to that. Link to that. Am I done? Sensitive IMs before I end it. I've only put one pair of IMs on it. It wasn't that sensitive. BTR5. I will link also to the BTR5. I don't like to link to, but if you are going for sensitive IMs or ones that are balanced, this might be a little bit much. If you're looking at like 10 P1s, by all fucking means. But sensitive IMs, I didn't put a pair on these that I could say I trust 100% that it's not going to have noise. They downgraded a lot of the stuff, and on big regular headphones, it's almost the same. But on something sensitive, BTR5. Trust me in that. Anyway, wallpaper, Asuka and the test plug suit. Thank you. Just the obvious choice. The red, the orange. It's perfect. She's perfect. This is perfect. Links to that. Link to these, even though you can't buy them. We can flip through the manual, which is oh my god, that guy is just look. He's smiling. Look at him smiling. He knows what he did. God damn it, Xduoo, you make this. There's one thing I'm going to tell you right now. The one that's coming out that's balanced. They've changed some of the design characteristics to suit that. And I see that it has the play pause button on the side, which means they probably integrated the Bluetooth. I don't see a next track, last track, unless it's on the other side. And that would kill me in my soul. So wish me luck, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming up on those times where I might just like, wallpaper in the description. If you like this channel, if you want this channel to keep going, I could put a dehumidifier behind me, by the way, because you people all complained, and it's actually just pumping water. I got to hook it up to the drain. Patreon and Subscribestar run this channel. If you would like to participate in yard sales, that every month from the 1st to the 10th, or the 3rd to the 10th, like it's going to be this month, I put a bunch of stuff up that I have reviewed and released, and that's the important part. Things that have been released publicly usually end up in the yard sale, whether I've bought them or companies have donated them to the channel, and you get to bid on them, whatever you want. I usually start at $0. I ship free to the continent of the United States. It's half shipping international, and that gets you in at the $5 tier. Also, at the $5 tier, you get to see all these reviews early. Sometimes a couple days, sometimes a couple weeks. There's 1 or 2 reviews on Patreon that haven't been released in like over a month because I'm waiting for things to come back in stock because the patrons bought them all. Or the subscribers bought them all. And at the $5 level, you get to question me on platform, but I am way behind, so I apologize to everyone who's on specifically Patreon. There's like 61 questions, and I can only get through like 4 or 5 in a day before my brain explodes. If you'd like to avoid my brain exploding, the $10 and above private behind-the-scenes Telegram chat is available on both platforms. Just sponsor $10 a month. You get into a chat room that we recycle every 3 months, and the previous cycle had over 300 people in it. 300 people who know all about audio. So if you go, hey, I need a DAC amp, you get like 15 opinions. And if you at me, then I come in, look at those 15 opinions and go, This guy was right. Everyone else can fuck off. I mean, they're probably all right in their own sense, but I will sort you out directly. So yeah, download her in the description, crop her out, put her on your phone, download one of these in the description, print it out in a 3D printer. I'm sure that's how this works. It's the future, isn't it? You're watching this in 2048. Print out your whole circuit boards and everything. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. And yeah. Thank you. Thank you. No sound demo because nothing but click. And hi-fi guides. And the hi-fi guides forum. Fuck. They're so good. Check out the hi-fi guides forum in the description. Actually, it's in the description.